Welcome to Jamie Phillips Football Chats. Please please subscribe to the channel. Now, guys, get ready. This is going to be good. It's Liverpool content only brought to you by Jamie Phillips Football Chats. And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the show. Everyone's doing well on this lovely Thursday afternoon. Big up to everyone joining. And thank you very much to do some mouse work. Thank you very much to the new subscribers that have joined the channel over the last few hours. I do appreciate it very much. And yeah, welcome to the channel where you guys hopefully will enjoy what you see. It should be good. And yeah, thank you very much for joining. And guys, as you know, I am after 500 subs by the end of this month. We are at the moment on 425, so not many to go. We'll get to 500 by the end of April. Obviously, we'll do that spicy gummy bear challenge just for you guys. Should be fun. So welcome everyone to the channel. Hope you're doing well. This is your Liverpool Everton Premier League preview, guys. Before we get into it, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Smash the like button, guys. It's free of charge, obviously. So smash that like button for me, guys. I do appreciate it. And also subscribe if you've not subscribed. I'd appreciate that too. Really would. And if you've already subscribed, go and tell your friends. Go and share it in your... Go and share it, guys. Share away. Share it to your friends, share it on your socials, share the channel to everyone you know. Let them know you're watching. Bring them over. More people, more eyes on the product, the better. I hope you guys are all doing really well and having an enjoyable Thursday. The sun is out. If you're off work or you're just coming home from work, I hope you're all okay and nice and safe and healthy. And let's enjoy the show. So yeah, this is Liverpool Everton preview Sunday 4:30 kickoff. I do believe I will be doing the watch along as well. So make sure you join me Sunday for the watch along for Liverpool versus Everton. You know, it'll be a good game. Only expecting a massive Liverpool win, a bit like the Man United scoreline. So please join me for that, guys. Sunday, I'll probably be live around 4:15 for a kickoff time at 3:30. On Sunday for the Liverpool Everton watch along. To say hello to a few people in the chat. Abby, believe is new here. Welcome, Abby. Hope you're enjoying this. And thank you for joining. Liverpool to win on the score of 7-1. Abby's going massive straight away. Daffy in the house. How you doing, Daffy? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing really well. So yeah, I'm bringing you me preview a little earlier than I usually would. You would have usually left this till a bit later in the day, but I thought I'd get it out in the afternoon today, and then you guys can watch it on repeat later on again this evening in your own time. So Liverpool versus Everton Sunday 4:30. As we know, Liverpool will probably be, by the time we play, we'll probably be 4 points behind Manchester City, who have got Watford at home at 3:00 on Saturday afternoon. Expecting, a Man City win there. That should be a massive 3 points for Manchester City to put them 4 points in front of us. So, obviously it's a big game. It's a Merseyside derby, but the golfing class between these two teams at the moment is the biggest it's probably ever has been. Liverpool second in the league, best top two teams in European football at this moment in time. Everton, fighting with relegation at this moment in time. It has to be said, they are fighting with relegation. They're 4 points above Burnley. Obviously, Burnley played before them as well, so they could be dragged back into that relegation scrap. They're not safe at all yet. And it would be lovely if Liverpool would smash Everton, obviously, on Sunday and make them suffer for that relegation, because that would be fantastic. Richardson's last-minute goal against Leicester last night. Yeah, West Ham, Everton getting a decent point against Leicester last night, has to be said. Leicester did really well last night, I will admit. And, yeah, look. So with Leicester are not a great side themselves, but yet again they let defeat slip. I think they've lost 29 points from winning positions this season alone. I mean, that's terrible. That's not good. It's not good at all. So, this is totally different kettle of fish. This is Liverpool Football Club in the form of their lives, absolutely going to be massive. It's just going to be a massive go. I can't wait for it. We've got so many games. I think we've got 11 or 12 games left till the end of the season. All competitions. Obviously Everton Sunday, then Wednesday the first leg of the semi-final Champions League against Villarreal. Then Newcastle on the Saturday 12:30 kickoff, which will be a difficult game, and then Tuesday Villarreal in the second leg. So we've got a lot of football, and then obviously on May 14th we've got Chelsea in the FA Cup final on the 14th of May. They're not in great form themselves at the moment, getting spanked by Arsenal yesterday, which was a bit of a shock to be fair. But Chelsea don't look quite right themselves. Wolves better than Leicester. Oh yeah, Wolves are definitely better than Leicester. Don't tell Leicester fans that. A bit of a rivalry there. I can see my mum on the chat in Facebook. Big up to my mum. She's suffering from COVID at the moment, so everyone please give their well wishes to my mum. She's hopefully she's all right and she recovers well. But big up to my mum. Tuchel blamed the pitch. He did, I know. Tuchel blaming the pitch that is his own pitch is quite funny, isn't it? It's like me moaning about how crap my back garden is, but it's my back garden. It's my problem, ain't it? It's Tuchel's pitch. He's the manager of Chelsea. He's blaming his own pitch. Maybe do something about it. It was quite funny. That was quite hilarious, that actually. Blaming your own pitch. What a ridiculous thing to do. But hey, Tuchel and Chelsea, they're in a bit of problem, a bit of bother at the moment. They've lost. I think they're conceding goals for fun at the moment. Obviously, 4 against Brentford and 3 against Arsenal, and I think they conceded 5 overall against Real Madrid. They're not the defence they was, and then last night that defence of Sarr and Christensen is not good at all. Absolutely terrible, and they got battered for it. Absolutely battered for it. And I hope they play like that in the FA Cup final on the 14th of May, because if they play like that against us, we'll get absolutely destroy them. Absolutely destroy them. But part of me feels that with Chelsea, they are starting to feel the season now. They've got a thin squad. Their squad ain't actually that big. It's quite a thin squad, and I think they're starting to feel the effects of that now. The amount of games they've had to play this season, the length of games and everything this season, I think is really starting to affect them. And Tuchel blaming his own pitch last night as the reason they lost. Well, Arsenal had to play on that pitch as well, and they scored 4 goals. So what's the excuse? Excuse after excuse with them, isn't it? All the time. Kings of excuses. But yeah, let's get back to this Liverpool game, guys. That's the important one, Liverpool Everton. So I'm going to bring up some stats for you right now. I'm going to share it on the screen. Sharing the screen right now. Here we go. So this is our head-to-head with Everton at Anfield. So this is the head-to-head at Anfield. So 59 games played, 24 draws, 25 total wins to Everton's 10. This is Premier League, of course. 14 at home, and Everton have had 7 at home, 11 wins away, and 3 away for Everton. So this is Premier League only, and 24 draws. So Liverpool usually have the better of Everton in these Merseyside derbies, because most of the time Liverpool have got the better team. If we go to recent meetings, we'll see here. These are the last 5 meetings between Everton and Liverpool. We go all the way back to the bottom one. Wednesday, the 4th of December, 2019. That was the game we won 5-2 at, with Gini Wijnaldum and Mane getting a brace. Mane putting on a super show then. Origi getting a spectacular goal. I think that's the year we went on to win the Premier League title, obviously, before the season stopped because of the pandemic. And then later on in that season, the 21st of June, I do believe that was the first game back the 21st of June, I do believe, was the first game back we played after the break. So we broke up in March because of the pandemic, and our first game back was the Merseyside derby, and we drew 0-0. Then Saturday, the 17th of October, 2020. So the start of the beginning of that season, we drew 2-2 at Goodison, and then this is horrible. Saturday, February the 21st, later on in the year, obviously Liverpool lost their first game against Everton at home in forever, losing 2-0 at home. But it was a season there was no crowds. Anfield was completely empty, obviously. It was the pandemic. It was horrible. No one wanted to play football, let alone watch football in that year. So, yeah, Everton took advantage of that and got the 2-0 win. Obviously, we had so many injuries as well going into that game. So many injuries. And in this season, back in the 1st of December, we completely and utterly smashed them 4-1. If we go on that, actually, and we can look at the goal scorers from that game. So this is the team. This is the goal scorers in that game. 4-1 against Everton back on the 1st of December. So Jordan Henderson opening and scoring in the 9th minute. Then Mo Salah getting on the goal in the 19th minute. Damari Gray making it 2-1 before half time, but then Liverpool come out in the second half. Salah got another one in the 64th, and then Jota finished it off around the 80th minute, finishing it off 4-1 to Liverpool at Goodison Park. As you can see, yellow cards all over the shop here. Yellow cards all over the shop, mostly to Everton players. And Andy Robinson, Van Dijk. Yeah, Jordan Henderson and Robbo getting 2 assists on that game. If we look at the stats for that game as well, Liverpool had 68% of the possession, almost 70% of possession away from home at Goodison Park. 16 shots to 8, more touches, more passes. And the lineup for that game would have been interesting. So the lineup for that game, Everton went 4-4-2, obviously Liverpool 4-3-3. So Alisson, Van Dijk, Robinson, Matip and Trent. Midfielder Fabinho, Thiago and Hendo. Sadio, Mo Salah and Diogo Jota on the bench. Queven Kelleher, Ibrahima Konate, Kostas Tsimikas, Nico Williams, Tyler Morton, James Milner, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Tamuki Minamino and Divock Origi. Now, that team and bench is going to be completely different this time round. Absolutely massively different. It's going to be huge. I mean, if we look at the squads right now, the squads are completely different to when they last met. So, I mean, defence alone. I've been saying it for a while, guys, and I will keep saying it. Liverpool Football Club have the best squad in England, and when we go through this squad right now, you're going to see why. So, goalkeepers alone, Alisson and let's forget these two right here. These two don't exist. Alisson and Queven Kelleher. Number 1, number 2. Queven Kelleher, a great number 2. Had a great League Cup campaign. Obviously, goalkeeper the final, won the League Cup, got a medal. Obviously, winning penalty. Fantastic. Van Dijk, Ibrahima Konate, Gomez, Tsimikas, Robertson, Matip. Owen Beck's a good up-and-comer. Trent. Jamie Norris not really going to get much. That is just an excellent depth in defence. Van Dijk, Konate, Gomez and Matip. You ain't going to get 4 better centre-backs anywhere in England than that. That is tremendous. Konate, the future of the French defence internationally, a beast of a player. Absolutely fantastic. Tsimikas, one of the most underrated left-backs in the league, a tremendous left-back when he comes in for Robbo. There's no quality difference. Top draw left-back. And then we all know Trent Alexander-Arnold is absolutely generational and the best right-back in world football. The midfield area, Fabinho, Thiago. We're going to get Thiago later because this man is saucy. Jimmy Milner, Naby Keita, who's in excellent form right now. Jordan Henderson, the best captain in England. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, maybe coming to the end of his Liverpool career. Curtis Jones, great youth prospect. Harvey Elliott, the young prince. Gabby, superb. We got so much. And then the forward areas alone. The forward areas, this is ridiculous. Bobby Firmino, Sadio Mane, Mo Salah, Minamino, Jota, Luis Diaz, Origi, and Kay Gordon's a great up-and-coming youngster. Has anyone in Europe actually got a better forward line, guys? Anyone actually got a better forward line than that in Europe? Because, personally, I don't think they have. Let's get some of your comments. Ravi, big up to you, my friend. Smash like and subscribe, as Ravi says. We should be able to rotate in this game and maintain a strong team with a quality subs. Exactly. Hi, Niall. How you doing, my friend? Joyce in the house. Oi, oi. Hope you have a great day, champ. And you, Ravi, I am not worried. Let's beat them. Can't stand him, says NGA. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing good. So, looking at that, I mean, the squad depth we have got now is outrageous, especially in the attacking areas. Our attacking depth is fantastic. I mean, Mo Salah back in the goal scoring hunt brilliantly, getting 2 goals against Manchester United, and then he's looking fantastic again. He's looking sharp again. He looks like he's got his sharpness back. Sadio Mane in that number 9 position. We've got to talk about Sadio Mane. Now, a lot of Liverpool fans have a dig at Sadio Mane. I don't know why. I don't get it. He's been a fantastic footballer for us. He's taken this number 9 position of recent weeks, and he's making it his own. He's making it his own. He looks very comfortable in this number 9 position. Very, very comfortable. Looks talent in that position. He can hold it up. He's got good body strength. He doesn't get knocked over easy at all. He can play with his back to goal, as we saw against Man United. He's just all-round quality. All-round quality from Mane. And obviously his timing of runs. He's got beautiful timing of runs. Beats the offside trap a lot. Interested to watch how Pickford will be playing against the best attacking. I have high hope with him in the World Cup. Mohammed, how are you, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Arsenal fans are something else. Oh yeah, Arsenal fans they're the greatest thing in the world, aren't they? They're like one that I've never seen flip-floppers better than Arsenal football fans in my life. 1 minute Arsenal hate Arteta, hate their club, hate Eddie Nketiah, want him gone, want him left, and then he gets a brace last night, and all of a sudden Eddie Nketiah is the best young forward in the Football League, and Arteta. I saw it last night. I was watching AFTV, and the Arsenal fans like, I was wrong about Arteta. I was wrong about Arteta. I mean, chill out. You just lost 3 in a row. Yes, you beat a poor Chelsea side, but you lost 3 in a row before that. I mean, they are funny. They are a funny breed. Let's be fair. They are hilarious. Got to love them. Got to love them, guys. So, guys, don't forget, if you're watching on Facebook, if you clip it, if you go onto the StreamYard on there should be a link on there. If not, I'll put it on, and you can comment on that link. If not, I will do it in a minute. One time Arteta in, one time Arteta out. I know they can't make their mind up. Just pick, man. Just pick. Are you Arteta in? You're Arteta out. Just stick with it and move on, guys. Just stick with it and move on, because it's getting silly. It's getting silly. So everyone in the Facebook group, if you're watching on Facebook, I've just put in there the link in the comments, guys. So anyone watching on Facebook and you want to come in, the link is in the comments on Facebook, guys. So yeah, come in, more the merrier. It's right there. There we go. So guys, let's get to the team lineup, what we think will play. So I think this is interesting. The team that I think will play against Everton Football Club. I'll share the screen with you guys here so you can join along. So let's pick our team, guys. Let's pick the team we think will play. So I think obviously we know Alisson will be the goalkeeper. Left back, guys. Left back. I mean, I think we're going to rotate a little bit against Everton, because we've got Villarreal on Wednesday and then Newcastle at 12:30 on Saturday, then Villarreal again on Tuesday. So I think rotation is a bit of a key, but we can't rotate too much for me. Can't rotate too much. I'd bring in Robbo. I think Robbo plays. Trent plays. Now the midfield, the defensive options. I think Konate might play. This game, and obviously Virgil plays. He plays all the time. So that is my goalkeeper and back four, guys. Let me know in the chat what you want as your back four. Daffy saying Simicast must play left back. It's a good shout. Being a Merseyside derby, I just feel he'd go with Robbo. If it weren't a Merseyside derby, I think Simicast might have played this game, just as a little bit of rotation. But I think he'll go with Robbo just because it's a Merseyside derby. So let's get in your teams in the chat, guys. Robbo because it's a derby. Yeah, exactly. Mohammed, exactly. So in the chat, guys, get in who you think will play. Your 1 to 11. Just whack your 11 in the chat, guys, and I will read it out. No problem. So in the midfield's going to be interesting. I think Fabinho plays because you do need that defensive midfielder. I think Naby Keita plays. Naby's legs are important. Naby's in good form at the moment. He's in good form. And with Naby Keita, with his injuries and the problem Naby Keita's had since he's been joined Liverpool, for me, this is the best run of games he's had, the best he's looked, the fittest he's looked. For me, he has to play. I mean, there's questions over Hendo's legs. I think he's like 31 at the moment, ain't he? Hendo's coming into that age now where his legs are starting to go a tad. But still an important player for us. But at the moment, I think Naby deserves the play. He really does. And I think Naby plays. And me saying that, there's no way he's going to be left out of a Merseyside derby. I think Hendo plays. That's my midfield. I think we rest Thiago, guys. I think Thiago gets a rest. Thiago can have a rest for the Villarreal game. I think that's important. And that'd be my midfield three. So Fabinho, Keita and Hendo. Let me know your midfield three in the chat, guys. And don't forget to put your whole team in if you like to. Daffy's gone. Konate and Van Dijk centre backs. Yeah. Joe Gomez is right back. That's a shout. Milner, Naby, Milner, Curtis and Naby. Yeah, that's a shout as well. Hendo, Naby and Curtis. So, I mean, you could have Hendo in the 6 and then Keita on the right, and on the left in the midfield you could have Curtis Jones where he'd prefer to play. I get that, I really do. Personally, I think this is what they might go for. I just see Hendo playing a Merseyside derby, but Keita, I think, will come in won't come in. I just think Naby will play against Everton. Fresh legs, let Thiago have a rest. Right, up front, I think Luis Diaz is going to be rested for Villarreal, guys. So I'm going Jota on the left. I'm going Mane. See, I would have played Bobby in this game and gave Mane a rest as well. But Bobby had a little foot injury, as Jurgen Klopp said, in the last game against Man United. So I don't think he'll come straight back in the team, but he might be on the bench. There's a shout for Divock maybe to have a game here. Might be a shout to have Divock have a game, but we still got to win this game. I mean, so I'm going to go Mane and then Mo Salah on the right. That's my 11, guys. So let me know in the chat what you think. But that's my 11 for the game against Everton. So I'm going Alisson in goal, Trent on the right, Konate and Matip as the centre backs, and Robbo on the left. I'm going in the midfield. Thiago's dropping out. I'm going to give Thiago a rest. He was exceptional against Man United. And let's be fair, he isn't tired, but I want him fit and ready to go against Villarreal. Villarreal play a very low block. They play a 4-4-2 low block. They're a frustrating team to play against. They don't have many shots at goal. I think against Bayern Munich, they only had like 3 or 4 shots on target through both legs combined. They're more about soaking up pressure, containing teams. So for that, you need someone like a Thiago who can create the openings. So I think Thiago will be rested for the Everton game. Keita will come in alongside Fabinho and Henderson. Merseyside derby, Hendo for me has to play. You know, and Klopp will probably think the same thing there. And then up front, I'm going to give Diaz a little rest. I want Diaz for the Champions League game and the Newcastle game. I think that Newcastle game on Saturday is going to be a difficult game. Newcastle at home are very good at the moment. I think they've won 6 at home in a row or something like that. So they're in very good form as a home team. So I want Diaz for that game. So I'm going to give Diaz a little rest. I'm going to put Jota out there against the Ev and Mane and Salah, because they're in absolute sparkling form at the moment, especially this man, Sadio Mane. What sparkling form he's in. Best number 9. What a quality number 9 he's turning into. And then Salah on the right. That is my team, guys. Let me know what you think and get yours in the chat, guys. Henderson, Milner and Naby. I mean, that could happen. I hope not, but that could happen. That could definitely happen. Taki, Salah and Origi, Daffy's going for. Jota, Origi and anyone. Villarreal play the same tactical as Arsenal under Emre. Yeah, they will. Mitchell in the house. Big up Jamie P. Big up Mitchell. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. What do you reckon the team I'll put out for Everton, Mitchell? Let me know your thoughts, my man. That's the team. That's the 11 I've gone with for the Everton game. So Alisson in goal, Trent at right back, Konate, Van Dijk and Robinson as your back 4. I'm giving Thiago a rest because Thiago will be so important against Villarreal's low block of the way they go play. Emery's going them 4-4-2 low block. I know Gerard Moreno is out of that game. He's their main goal scorer, their main goal threat. So that's good for us, but they're going to play a low block, ain't they? And we need Thiago for that. You're going to need Thiago for that game against Villarreal to he'll open up the door for that. So I'm going Keita. I think Keita deserves to play. Henderson's got to play because it's a Merseyside derby. And Fabinho in 6. Fabinho in 6. And then Jota on the left. I'm giving Diaz a little rest. And Mane and Salah in for the rest. So let me know in the chat, guys, what you think. Don't think that's too bad of a team. Mitchell is going to rest Thiago for sure. I think you've got it bang on, to be honest. And he says Tsimikas, Matip and Konate, Gomez. Saucy. Tsimikas, Matip, Konate and Gomez. I was thinking about Tsimikas, you know. I just don't think Van Dijk will ever be rested. I mean, Van Dijk got rested against Benfica, weren't it? And we looked a shambles at the back. So I think Van Dijk will play. Tsimikas, I was judging with Tsimikas. I think if this went a Merseyside derby, I think Tsimikas might have played. But being that it's a Merseyside derby, I think your Robbos and your Hendos will play this game and your Virgils. Too many changes, I know, but Everton are crap. Everton. This is what I'm saying. It's a good game to get a bit of rotation in because no matter who we put in that team, we should beat. I was thinking of playing Bobby in this game and giving Mane a rest. Let Mane have a little rest, have a little break, and play Bobby through in the middle. But with what Klopp said the other day when, Bobby weren't in the team to face Man United because of a, bruise on his foot or something or a muscle injury in his foot, but he's fine. I think he's back in training, but I don't think he'll go straight back in the team, be on the bench probably. But if he didn't have that foot problem, I would have put him straight in the team for this game. I really would have, because it's it's one of them, ain't it, where it's still a Merseyside derby, I know Everton are not very good at the moment, but it's still a Merseyside derby. So we just got to be on the edge of professionalism here and not do too many changes. I know Klopp doesn't give a crap about Everton. We know that. I mean, Klopp does not respect Everton one bit. He doesn't respect this derby at all. You know, he's made many weird changes in this game before. But I think because where we are in the league and what we're fighting for, I don't think there'll be many. I think I've changed about 3 players. I think Kanate comes in, I put in, and Keita comes into the midfield and Jota up front. So that's only 3 changes, but the 3 quality changes that the side, it doesn't affect the side too much. I just don't think we can go all out and put too many changes in, guys. I think we've got to still be professional and take it seriously. Do you think Gomez will be knocking on Klopp's door? He looked really good when he stepped in. Yeah, I mean, Gomez has looked good, especially at right back. I think Gomez could be the answer to the right back position next season if we want to go and invest in other places. Look, we haven't got the money like a lot of teams have that can invest in multiple positions in one transfer window. We have to do it bit by bit. So I think what he'll do, Gomez has looked so comfortable at right back, and he's a good defensive player, and he can get forward, and he's got a good cross on him, and he's quick. So I think he might use Gomez next season as cover, as a centre back cover and a right back cover. But I think Kanate and Van Dijk will play a lot together next season as well. You know, Kanate is brought in. He's been brought in slowly this season, ready for next season, in my opinion. Ali A in the house. How you doing, my friend? Big up, James. Can't wait for Sunday. Ali, Trent, Kanate, Van Dijk, Simi, Fab, Hendo, Naby, Salah, Origi, and Jota. I'm playing D9 because he loves the Ev goal. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about Big Div. You know, we all know Origi's leaving in the summer, and it looks like the AC Milan. Has Origi got one last magical moment in him? Has Origi got one last magical moment in him before the end of the season? What if Origi gets the winning goal that wins Liverpool the Champions League again, or Origi gets the goal that wins Liverpool the Premier League? You know what I mean? We'll then build that statue of that man. He's a Liverpool icon, ain't he? He's not a legend. He's not a legend, but he's an icon. He's an icon of the club. We all love Big Div. I just don't see Klopp going with him. I really don't. I really don't see Klopp going with him. I think Jota, Mane, and Bobby are all in front of Divock for that number 9 position, unfortunately. But it's a good chat, Ali. It's a good chat, my friend. Everton, Fred, Richarlison, Gray, and Gordon. Yeah, Gordon. I've been impressed with Gordon. Good footballer. Good football, Anthony Gordon. Scouse boy, come through the academy. He know what it means to play a Merseyside derby. Gray, obviously, good player. Bit hot and cold at times. Gray, but when he's hot, he's good. When he's cold, you know, he goes out of games quite easy, don't he? But decent player. And Richarlison, we all know what Richarlison's like. Richarlison is probably going to try and kick someone up the arse, try and break a leg. We all know what he does. We've just got to make sure no one comes out injured against him. And Jamie, we want Calvin Ramsey, a backup right back from Aberdeen. Yeah, I read that today. Apparently Klopp really likes him from Aberdeen, young Scottish right back. Nico will be going to Fulham, which means Joey G stays. Yeah, Joey G definitely staying, no doubt about it. Andrew in the house. How are you, Andrew? Hope you're well. Oh, I feel like Kanate will score again from a corner. It would be an aerial threat because Everton's defence from corners has been poor. Yeah, totally agree. Everton are terrible from set pieces, and Kanate is a beast. And yeah, he's a threat from corners, most definitely. That's a good shout, Andrew. How are you, Andrew? I hope you're good. Mitchell back in with Allison, Simicast, Van Dijk and Kanate, Gomez, Hendo, Curtis and Keita, Josh, Diaz and Salah. I'd like to see that with Hendo in the 6. Yeah, if Hendo's going to play instead of Fab, he has definitely got to play the 6, no doubt about that. Curtis and Keita, that's good young legs in the midfield as well and get around. And then that front 3 is disgusting. Salah, Jota and Diaz. That's evil. That's evil, Mitchell. That's evil. Gary in the house. How are you, my friend? Jamie, one thinks Klopp will make changes. Kanate come back in for me. Yeah, I think Kanate comes back in. And Jamie, do you have the money for next? Jamie, we do have the money for next summer, but most of the money will be going into midfield. Yeah, that's what I think, Ali. I just don't think we're going to pay for multiple positions around the squad because it doesn't need it. As I said, we've got the best squad in England. Man City look like they're going to get Haaland, and I don't. And that Alvarez, Independiente, is it or Real? Where, I don't know. Quite remember who he plays for, that Alvarez. But I don't think he's coming for next season. I think he's coming the season after. I was reading somewhere. He's not actually coming to Man City next season. It'd be the season after. He's going to be loaned back out for another year, I believe. So they're getting Haaland in. Man City need, for me, like Fernandinho's leaving. They need a back. They need a left back. Cancelo. They need another left back because Zinchenko ain't good enough. They're all right in the defensive area. Do they place Fernandinho, Man City? I mean, even Man City with the wealth they got, they can only spend so much. Liverpool's problem is more of the midfield area. I mean, going forward, we're absolutely fine. That's what I'm saying. Salah will probably sign his new deal. Mane will probably sign a new deal. I expect that to happen in the summer. I expect Bobby, Mane, and Salah all to sign new deals in the summer. And then we just buy one or two midfielders, and that'll be our summer. That'll be our summer. And that'll be a good summer. We don't need too many players. We only need one or two players every summer. That's all this team needs. You don't need to buy 3 or 4. We don't need it. We just don't need it. I think Ox will leave in the summer. Divoc's leaving in the summer. I think Minamino leaves in the summer as well. Nat Phillips leaves in the summer. So there you can replace them with midfielders. You know what I mean? Get the midfielders in we need. We need 1 or 2 midfielders that are constantly fit, high energy. We play different football now to what we used to. We're not the gegenpressing team that we used to be, that sort of high energy. We're now a possession-based team. Still play high energy and high press and counter-pressing, but we play high possession football. So to play that, he looks like he's looking for more technically good midfielders. Obviously, Carvalho's coming in. We're getting Carvalho in from Fulham as well. You got Harvey Elliott there. You know, Thiago have another season. Fabinho's still there. Naby's still there. Hendo's still there. Milner will probably leave. So there's some space there for 1 or 2 midfielders to come in the summer. And I think that's all our squad needs. It doesn't need too much, guys. Just needs to keep a bit more refreshed in the midfield area. We need centre-backs and maybe a backup right winger, but that's it really. Yeah, exactly. That's it. River Plate. Cheers, Daffy. Average from River Plate. That's right. Man City wanted to see DM because Fernandinho is leaving. Yeah, I mean, they've only got Rodri in that position, ain't they? Maybe, I don't know who they'd buy because Rodri will play every week, won't he? I think we should play the same midfield as United game, says Ravi. Yeah, I mean, we could actually. The only problem, I just don't see Thiago. I think Thiago will get a rest. We got to make sure Thiago stays fit and healthy till the end of the season. If we want to win the quad, if we want to win this quad, we have got to make sure Thiago's fit and healthy because he's a major part of it. I mean, the man is saucy. You know what I mean? Absolutely saucy. Thiago, we just have to make sure he stays fit. Have to make sure this man stays fit. He can't get injured. He is the main part of our midfield. He is. So you got Fabinho, who's the destroyer. You got Henderson or Keita, who's the number 8 who goes box to box, and then you got the creator, the controller in midfield in Thiago. He has to stay fit. We have to look after him and treat him properly. So I'd rest him against Everton because we all know what Everton are like. It's a Merseyside derby. They won't let Thiago have time on the ball and space on the ball. They go 2 foot. They go studs. Can you imagine Richarlison going 2-footed on Thiago in possession? Because I can see it happening. I don't want Thiago anywhere near that field against Everton. I really don't. Nico. Kay Gordon's an option in midfield. Yeah, Kay Gordon's a great little player. Mo, Bobby, Sadio, and Naby will sign new deals. Yeah, I totally agree. This summer we will buy Calvin Ramsey right back. Yeah, I mean it's a massive talk at the moment. I saw it on Twitter today. There's a lot of talk about it, and Klopp's given his approval. So usually when Kloppo gives his approval, we usually buy that player. What midfielder are we looking for in the summer? I'm not sure. I think we're looking for a midfielder in around the 24 to 25 year range. That's the age range we're looking at, around 24, 25. Who's going to be technically good on the ball. That's what we're looking at. 24, 25-year-olds, technically good on the ball, good passing range, and good stamina, good fuel tank. You know, we don't want to buy a midfielder who's 28, 29, who's had a few injuries in the back of his career, keeps getting injured, and then, you know, he's unreliable. So Liverpool probably looking around that 24, 25 range, technically good on the ball, decent bit of pace, can go box to box, got a good pass on him, and he's very reliable. That's the criteria of midfielder we go get. Who it's going to be? I mean, it sounds like when I talk like that, it sounds like a Gravenberch, don't it? Or a Jude Bellingham. They're the two. I do think we're going to do something. I think we're going to do something big in the summer. One big transfer in the summer. It might be only one transfer. We might only buy one player in the summer, but sign up the front three to new deals. For me, that's enough. People will moan because people want 3, 4, 5, 6 players joining the club. We don't actually need that right now. I mean, look at the squad. We don't actually need 3 to 4 to 6 players joining. We only need 1 or 2. 2 probably the most. We get 2 midfielders in. Gomez can cover the right back area for Trent. I mean, as Ali says, that Calvin Ramsey comes in from Aberdeen as the deputy right back. Then you've got Gomez as Kanate, Van Dijk, and Matip as your 4 centre backs. Robbo and Simcas as your left backs. We've got, if the strikers all sign their new deals in the summer, we've got 5 of the best forwards in world football. Obviously, Origi will be leaving. I think Minamino might go to Leeds. That's the talk at the moment, so he'll probably leave. So there might be an option there to bring another forward in, but then you've got Carvalho who can play in them areas as well. Harvey Elliott, don't forget, will be back with a bang next season. So for me, there's only one or two places to buy up, and that's in the midfield area. If we get Ramsey from Aberdeen and get 1 or 2 in midfield, that's us done. That's a great window, and sign up the other strikers to long contracts. We're done. We're done. We don't need a lot. But people will still be unhappy. People will be upset because we haven't spent 200 million on players that we don't need. Because you can't win, guys. You can't win. This summer will be by Calvin Ramsey, Carvalho, and Jude Fultz. Yeah, well, Carvalho's done. This Calvin Ramsey rumour seems very strong, and it's reported by the people that usually get things right as well. So that looks like that's very strong as well. And Jude Bellingham, look, Jude Bellingham's going to go somewhere. Look, what we hear at the moment is Man United have got a 200 million war chest to go give Ten Hag in the summer. Ten Hag has told, Ten Hag and Ralph Rangnick have both said there's about 12 to 14 players that need to leave Man United in the summer. And then he's got 200 million to spend. They obviously can't replace 14 players in one transfer window. They need players back. They've got no midfield. Man United have 0 midfield, and I think Man United will be looking at Declan Rice. I don't think they'll be looking at Jude Bellingham. I think Man United will be looking at Declan Rice and maybe a Gravenberch. They're the players they probably be looking at. Man City aren't going to go. I don't think Man City will buy Haaland and Bellingham from Dortmund. I don't think that'll happen, because that would be a combined price of something ridiculous. 160 million, something like that for both of them. So I don't see that happening. Chelsea ain't going to have the money they used to. With the new ownership at Chelsea now looking like it's Martin Bultman, isn't it? The fella who came in as Liverpool chairman after Hicks and Gillette left and got FSG in the club. He was part of that. He's a big Chelsea fan. He wants to own Chelsea, but he needs a consortium to buy Chelsea. And apparently Lewis Hamilton and Serena Williams are in this consortium. Very strange. But if that's the case, they are never going to have the money like Chelsea used to. You know, the era of Chelsea spending the money and competing with PSGs and Man City for the best players is over. They ain't going to be able to spend £100 million on one player anymore. That's done. That ain't going to happen again. So they ain't contention. I don't know. So when you look at it like that, I think the only English club that can go and get Jude Bellingham is Liverpool. And he gets straight in the team as well. Can you imagine a midfield of Bellingham, Thiago, and Fabinho, and then Naby Keita and Henderson as cover? That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't need too many players, guys. We really don't. Thiago is silky smooth with a bite. Oh, man, the man's gorgeous. He's just great. I love him. Not sure if Van der Beek injured. He's another threat for playing. Van der Beek is shit. Look, Van der Beek, look, everyone's going, oh, he'll go back to Man United now. Ten Hag is a manager. He managed him before. The thing with Van der Beek, I actually do think he's a good player, but it's been a bit harsh there. I do think Van der Beek's a good player. You know, when some players just don't suit leagues they're in. I just think the Premier League is too strong, too aggressive, and too quick for that for Van der Beek. As simple as that. I just don't think he suits Premier League football. I think he'd be brilliant in Spain or Italy or Germany. I really do. I think them leagues are perfectly suited to him. It's like Frankie de Jong at Barcelona, another good player. I just think he would find the Premier League too aggressive, too strong, too quick. And I don't mean they're bad footballers by any stretch of the imagination, guys. No stretch of the imagination, but does that mean they're a bad player? It just means they're not suited to the Premier League. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I definitely believe we've been looking at Jude Bellingham. There's no doubt about it. I've heard we're interested in Konrad Lemar from Leipzig. To be fair, I've never even heard of him, Andrew. Is he a centre mid, Andrew? Let me know in the chat, man. Gavi's a good player, release clause 40 minutes. Look, Liverpool, I know for a fact Liverpool are looking at this Gavi situation. Now, obviously, Pedri at Barcelona's got a €1 billion euro release clause, which is absolutely ridiculous. That's a shambles. But Gavi, they've offered him 3 contracts now, and he's rejected every single one of them. His contract runs out the following season, so he'd only have a year left on his deal in the summer. He does have a release clause of 40 million, but because of his year left on his contract, Liverpool might just wait it out and get him for a free, so they could talk to him in January. If he completely ignores their Barcelona deal, Liverpool can talk to him in January. Liverpool might take the gamble that he's not going to sign for Barcelona and talk to him in January and sign him up for a free the following season. That's what I've heard on that situation so far, anyway. But Liverpool are definitely interested in Gavi. There's no doubt about it. I'd take one top-class midfielder as long as the front three sign exactly, Captain Sal. I agree. Owen Beck was signed from Celtic. Yes, he was. Ten Hag will revamp that team. Look, Ten Hag will come in and do a job. It's going to take 10 years for Man United to get back to where they were. It's going to take another 10 years. Let's be truthful about it, guys. Look at Man United's squad. It's terrible. They had a back three when we played them, guys, of Maguire, Lindelof, and Phil Jones. That's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Paul Pogba got injured in the first 2 minutes when Liverpool scored because he thought, F this, I don't want to be involved. You know, their squad's terrible. It's going to take years for this team to turn it around. Years. I think I heard Gary Neville talking earlier today on Sky Sports saying that he doesn't see Man United winning a trophy for the next 5 years. He said that. He said as long as Pep and Klopp are at Liverpool and Manchester City, no one's getting near them 2 teams in the league anyway. Chelsea, although they're probably not going to be the same as they were before because no Roman anymore, they're still going to be in the hunt for trophies and are more advanced in their level than Man United are right now. And you look at Arsenal. Arsenal are probably a little bit above Man United right now in the level they're at. You know, so it's going to be so difficult for Man United. Really is. It's going to take them a long time. But the thing with Man United is with Ten Hag, they've got to give him 5 years. There's no point being 2 years down the line and nothing's changed. They're like, right, this ain't working. We get rid of him, because that's going to happen every time. It's going to happen every time. You've got to give Ten Hag at least 5 years to turn this around. You've got to give him the money, which Man United don't have a problem with. I mean, Solskjaer spent £500 million. I mean, people forget that. He spent £500 million on that squad, and it's got nowhere. So they will give him the money, but will the higher-ups actually treat it properly? I don't think they will. I still think Man United will buy players. I still think Man United will buy players they don't need in their team just to sell merchandise and be big on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter and social media and stuff like that, like they do now. I just don't see them coming away from that model. I really don't. Even with Ten Hag in charge, I really don't. And what don't help is when you buy players and put them straight away on massive contracts. I mean, they bought Jadon Sancho and put him on 350 grand straight away. That's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. They've got to stop doing that as well. I mean, I don't want them to stop doing that. I want them to keep failing. I want them to fail. Mitchell, not many players in the world get into our 11. That's just facts. I just want a world midfielder if Keita decides to leave. Yeah, I agree. We got the best 11 in world football for me. I don't think anyone gets near no one gets near our 11 in world football. I think our best 11 is even better than Man City's 11. Our best 11 is better than Barcelona's 11. Our 11 is better than Real Madrid's best 11. Our best 11 is better than PSG's best 11. Easy. We have the best out and out 11 in European football. I mean, how many world-class players do we have in our 11? Alisson is a world-class goalkeeper. Trent is a world-class right back. Virgil is a world-class centre-back. Thiago is a world-class midfielder. Fabinho is one of the best world-class defensive midfielders in the world. Easy. Salah, world-class. Mane, world-class. I mean, how many world-class? No one has probably more world-class players in their positions in their first 11 in Liverpool Football Club. By some way. We have the best. Our strongest 11 is the best 11 in world football. But now we're getting the squad underneath it as well. Look at the players that can come in for them players as well. Top quality. All we need is 1 or 2 additions every summer. 1 or 2 additions every summer. That's all we need now. We don't need massive overhauls of teams, of players. I would take one player like Jude in front if our front three signs new deals. I would as well, Ali, and I'll be well happy with that. If Mane, Bobby, and Salah all signed brand new deals in the summer and we only bought Jude Bellingham, I'd be proper happy. I know people won't though. People will be so upset still, saying, "Oh, we can only sign contracts. We can't buy players." Like, because people will still be unhappy because we ain't spent like 300 million on 6 players. You can't please people. A lot of people don't know how football works. They're FIFA idiots who just sit on FIFA all day and thinking this player's quality. He's got 85 rating on FIFA. Why ain't Liverpool going for him? So it's not how football works, fella. It's not how football works. So I'd be perfectly happy with that. I really would. Liverpool, as I keep saying, Liverpool only need 1 or 2 transfers every single summer. That's all we need. That's what Man United used to do back in the day with Alex Ferguson. He built a proper squad, and when he built his squad, he only bought 1 or 2 players every summer just to keep it fresh. That's all Liverpool need to do right now. We don't need 3 or 4 or 5 players. 1 or 2 every summer, and replace the players that are starting to age. That's all you do. That's how he does it. Ten Hag will struggle, Jay. I think Ten Hag will struggle. He will definitely struggle next season. I think Man United are in for a rude awakening next season. Proper rude awakening. Judy's coming to us, Jamie. Where is Jude's link the most Liverpool? He's coming to us. It reminds me of the Thiago deal. I think if he goes to any English club, it is going to be Liverpool. That would be saucy. Thiago, Bellingham, and Fab. That'd be illegal, Captain Sal. Not just saucy, illegal. It'd be a tremendous midfield. John Conway in the house. How you doing, my friend? Hendo will be back up for to 6th of Feb when we get Jude. Definitely. Definitely. That is Hendo's future position for me, is the number 6. And when we win the quad, we sign Kuchu the next day. We sign him the next day. But I can't see FSG spending 100 million on Bellingham. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we spent 75 million on Van Dijk, 65 million on Allison. So we do spend that kind of money. I think with FSG, and I've said this time and time again, FSG will spend the money, but on the correct player. They won't waste money. So I remember at the beginning of the season, everyone was going mad because we didn't buy Saul Nunez from Atletico Madrid and he went to Chelsea. Everyone, Liverpool fans, going, why weren't we in for that deal? Why weren't we in for that deal? It was a decent price. And now you see him, you realise, oh yeah, we were correct not to buy him. We were correct. I think what we got to do as fans is starting to realise that maybe our club know what they're doing. Look at the players we bought. Look at the recruitment. I was listening to some pundits yesterday on the telly and on the radio talking about Liverpool's recruitment. It's the best in the world. Our recruitment is amazing. I think Gary Neville was actually saying it. Liverpool's recruitment is out this world. And what he was saying about FSG is saying that Liverpool don't overspend on the wrong player. If a player's there to be bought and FSG think it's the right player to buy, they will spend the money. We don't waste money. Like Chelsea spent £97 million on Lukaku, yeah? A waste of money. FSG would never do that deal because they know straight away he's not worth 97 million. So they're not going to pay it. If Jude Bellingham, if Dortmund say, right, you can have Jude Bellingham for 75 million, I do believe FSG will pay it. They pay the money they think a player is worth. Yes, we do it in a way where we pay instalments, and I think that's clever. You know, way we structure deals. I think the way we structure deals is very clever and a good way of doing it. So you don't overinflate your stock, so you can pay it off in like slowly. I think it's an intelligent way of doing business. Some people have got a problem with it. I don't know why. But look what we've done, guys. We have got the best squad in England at the moment, this moment in time, yeah? And we've not spent nowhere near the same amount of money. Look at the money Man United have spunked. 1.3 billion or something like that in the last few years. And Liverpool has spent 353 million. I think I've got it here, actually. Here, guys. Look. Yeah, here you go. Here you go. So Liverpool has spent, Man United have 1.1 billion and Liverpool 370 million. That's the difference, guys. It's not how much you spend, it's how wise you spend it. And this is what I'm trying to say. If Liverpool think a player is worth that money, like they thought Van Dijk was worth 75 million. They thought Van Dijk was worth 75 million and they went and bought him. They went and bought him for 75 million. They thought Allison was worth every penny of 65 million and went and bought him. So I know that it's with money sold. Everyone would say it's money sold from Coutinho, but they still went and paid that money for them players. They could have haggled the deal down or gone somewhere else to buy something cheaper. But they believed them players were worth the money to improve Liverpool Football Club and make them more elite. And they were correct. And if Bellingham's worth 75 million, that's the deal that can be done. And Liverpool believes Bellingham is worth every penny of 75 million. Liverpool will do the deal. I do honestly believe that. I really do. Maguire's family death threat again. That's not right. Look, Harry Maguire's not a very good footballer. But at the end of the day, it is not right. Look, it's not Harry Maguire's fault that Man United wasted £18 million on him. That's not his fault. Yeah, that's Man United's fault. And anyone giving a death threat to a man's family is disgusting. Disgusting. What's it got to do with his family that he's not a very good footballer? Why are you going at his family? What's wrong with people? What is wrong with people these days? Yes, he's not a very good player, but you don't send death threats to his family just because he's not a very good footballer. What is wrong with people? I worry about the human race at times. I really do. Some people are just wrong in the head. 20 years, Jamie. Yeah. So I won't. It won't be 100 million. It'll be 70 to 80 million. I think we'll do it for 70 to 80. Because how young Jude is, yeah. Also, I've seen if Lewandowski doesn't renew with Bayern, then Bayern would want a price of 33 million for Lewandowski from any club. I mean, I wouldn't mind Lewandowski at Liverpool. Nah, Liverpool ain't going to pay 33 million for Lewandowski. I don't think Liverpool will see that as worth it, and I agree. Was he 32, Lewandowski? Tremendous footballer, don't get me wrong. Tremendous footballer. I think the Premier League would be just right now. I think the Premier League would be far too quick for him at his age. I really do. What I've heard about Lewandowski is going to Barcelona. That's the rumor I've heard, that Lewandowski might be going to Barcelona. United have 6 teams to United to compete with, not including Liverpool City. Yeah, exactly, they do. Exactly. We have the most world-class players in the world. We certainly do, in my opinion. Robbo would be world-class. Yeah, I forgot about Robbo. Yeah, exactly. What's for dinners in the house? Personally, I wouldn't buy Jude. Nothing personal. I just don't think he'd fit at Anfield. Best wishes to him. Though in his career, fair enough. What's for dinner? Everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's got an opinion, guys. No one's right or wrong, guys. No one's right or wrong. What, Matt? Yeah, I mean, you've got a good shout there with Matip. You really have got a good shout. I mean, that's not a bad shout, you know. I mean, Matip this season, how many better centre-backs has actually been better than Joel Matip around Europe? Not many. Not many. Ravi, everyone is a Del boy when it comes to FIFA deals. Yeah, exactly, Ravi. I think Tielemans would slot right into Klopp's system. Right, Tielemans, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Every time I say, I don't know if he's got the stamina. I mean, apparently he's what Leicester are only asking 25 million for him because of contract situation. I think it's coming to his final year of his contract, and so they're asking 25 million for him. Now, Liverpool have been linked with Tielemans for a while. Would I be happy if we got Tielemans? Maybe, but not just Tielemans. It'd have to be another midfielder as well. I wouldn't be totally happy if we only just got Tielemans in our midfield for next season. Him and a Jude or something like that, or a Gravenberch or someone like that, then I'd be a bit more, optimistic. Jamie, I was one of those fans. I got egg in my face for the Saudi. Oh, were you one of them, Ali? Were you one of them, my friend? This is why I don't say anything, guys. I always say, I've said it for time. Everyone's known me for a while, especially if you see me on Coppish the last few years that I've been on there. You know, I was a staunch supporter of FSG, and I just think we go a bit over the top on players sometimes. Sometimes we look at a player and think, oh my God, he's amazing. And then, you know, you've got to judge them properly and scout them. And like I said earlier, Van der Beek is a very good footballer. I just don't think he works in English football. And it's the same for like Sal Nunez. I think he's a very good footballer. I just don't think he works in English football. And I think we just got to let the club do their stuff and actually start to think, you know what, the club might actually know what they're doing. The club might actually just know what they're doing. 100 million on Grealish is too much. Yeah, exactly. There's another deal, guys. 100 million on Grealish. 100 million. Liverpool would never do that deal because he's not a £100 million player. It don't make sense to them. This is what I keep saying. They're never going to do a deal for Liverpool. Would never buy Grealish for 100 million. Grealish is a 50 to 60 million pound player for me. 50 to 60 million pound player. 100 million. Do you know how special you've got to be a 100 million pound player? And Liverpool would go, nah, you're all right. We can find a player somewhere else to do just as much as Grealish or more for about 40 or 50 million for half the money. You know, that's how you do business, guys. It won't be a straight out money. It'll be instalments, exactly. Get players that fit the system, exactly. There's no point buying players that don't fit your system. And that's what Man United have done wrong all these years. It's what PSG are doing wrong right now. PSG went and just got Donnarumma from AC Milan. He looks like a shocking goalkeeper. You know, Messi, they went, oh, we've got to have Messi in the team. He don't even fit their system. You know, maybe the greatest player of all time, but he's coming to the end of his career. You know, he doesn't fit their system. They bought him just because of the name. Don't make sense. You got to play like Man City with all their wealth. With Man City's wealth, they could have had your Neymars, your Mbappe's, your Ronaldo's, your Messi's, you know, they could have had all these players in their team with their wealth. Easy. But they don't. They go for your Jack Grealishes and people like that because it fits their system. Mahrez is from Leicester's. You know, it fits their system. Sterling from Liverpool fits their system. Gabriel Jesus, I don't think he's that great of a player, but he fits Manchester City's system. You know, that's you know, it's what you got to do. You buy players that fit your system and you'll go somewhere. Only Man City and PSG pay up front. The rest of the teams pay in installments. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're the only two teams that can afford to bloody pay up front. And you know why? That's why Manchester City get cheap deals cheaper as well. Because people always ask how Man City get some of their players, you know, that cheap in comparison to other players. It's because they pay it all in. They don't pay in installments. So if you're going to buy a player, like Ferran Torres, when they bought Ferran Torres for I think it was 25 million before they sold him this season. They bought Ferran Torres for 25 million. Everyone else got quoted 40 million for him because they would have been paid in installments. But because City said we'll just pay you up front, the whole thing right now, this second, we'll just wire it to you now. They paid him. They got the deal for 25 million because they paid everything up front. If you pay everything up front, you get the deals cheaper. But Man City and PSG are the only two teams really that can afford to do that. Everyone else has to pay in installments. Ravi, for me, FSG have done more good than bad. If you look deep down, look at Arsenal's owners. Yeah, exactly. Look at Man United's owners. Look at Glazers. Jesus. I tell people this all the time. Would you rather have the Glazers or FSG? And if you look at Man United spend way more money than Liverpool do. Way more money. But where would you rather be right now? Liverpool's position or Man United's position? It's not always about how much you spend, guys. How much money you spunk. Solskjaer has spent more money in his Man United career than Jurgen Klopp has. And Man United are awful. So it's not how much you spend, guys. This is what I keep trying to tell people. It's not how much you spend. And we have no debt. Look at the club. Our club is really well run. I love the fact we almost have a wage structure. I really do. You know, it's not Liverpool's fault that teams like Man City, Man United and Chelsea give wages to players that are not worth them wages. It's not Liverpool's fault that Timo Werner is on 280 grand a week at Chelsea. How's that Liverpool's fault? That's their fault for putting stupid wages on players. Like Arsenal putting 400 grand on Aubameyang. I mean, it's their fault. They're not run properly as a club. We have the money if we want to do it, Jamie. Exactly. This is what I'm saying, Ali. We do. So if the deal's there to be done, 60, 70, 80 million for Bellingham, Liverpool will do it. Let's just keep it like football banter, you know, like this. Yeah, let's just keep it for light football. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Maravi, my man. I think Bellingham will sign in 2 summers. In my opinion, only Messi will be great if playing in the FPL. Tielemans is gassed at 70 million. I don't want him. Tielemans if Naby leaves, but Naby will stay. Yeah, I don't want to get rid of Naby now. Grealish is a flop. He is. Big up John Moore in the house, my friend. How you doing? I'm doing good, mate. I'm doing good. 200 million City will spend when Haaland signs Jay along with Grealish. Yeah, it's madness, isn't it? Graham in the house. Plus, teams like United, City, and Chelsea rarely get a return on a player, most leave them free, as they are on mega bucks. Yeah, that's true. When was the last time? That is very true. When was the last time City made money on a player? Very, very rare, ain't it? Very rare, because they don't need to. They can just put them on ridiculous wages and long contracts, so they're there forever. Like Aguero. I mean, Aguero was there almost 10 years. They just put him on a massive contract, massive wages. No one can compete with that. What will Ten Hag be on? 200k plus bonuses? No idea. Yeah, probably. Fuck me, I don't know. Probably go give him ridiculous money. Ten Hag would probably be on one of the highest earners in the managers in the world. I would have thought to join that mess right now. I mean, he's got a great job at Ajax, and he's leaving that for them. I mean, big up to him for doing it. I definitely wouldn't. Man United fans, I know they're all happy at the moment. Ten Hag must look at it and think, I've got a heck of a job there. Ten Hag must have thought of it and went, I'd rather have the Liverpool job. I'll wait here and wait till Klopp leaves Liverpool and then I'll take the Liverpool job. That's what I would have done if I was Ten Hag. I'd be like, nah, you're all right, United. I don't want nothing to do with that. I'll wait for the Liverpool job. But that's another one. Klopp keeps talking around this contract, don't he? He knows he's got 2 years left and he keeps getting asked about it and he keeps sort of like defecting it in a bit or sometimes saying, we'll see. I just don't know if Klopp leaves this club. Does Klopp leave this club the way we are at the moment? Or do you leave when you're at the top? Do you leave when your club is at the top of the world? In a great state that it is at the moment. Don't forget, Alex Ferguson left Man United in a complete state. That's to be truthful about it. I know they won the league in his final season. I don't know how he did it because that squad. Go back and look at that Man United squad. Was it 2012 when they won the league? When they last won the league with Alex Ferguson. Everyone go back and have a look. That squad is shite. I don't know how he did it. Big ups to him for doing it. But he left Man United in a shit street. And he knows he did. That's why he didn't want to stay. He couldn't. He's too old to do the rebuild. He said that himself. I'm too old now to do a new rebuild. And he left Man United in a state. And then he should never have been the one who employed David Moyes. He shouldn't have been up to him. It should have just been up to the club. Nothing to do with Alex Ferguson. He left Man United in a shithole. And Klopp won't want to do the same thing. He'd want to leave Liverpool in the best possible situation like they're in now. Liverpool in the best situation they'll ever be, probably in our lifetime. And does he want to continue that or leave that for someone else to take over and enjoy it? If you've got an ego, and Klopp's got an ego, don't get it wrong about it, you'd want to stay. That's your team. This is now Klopp's team. He has completely built this side. This is all Jurgen Klopp. This whole team is Jurgen Klopp. There's nothing left over. This is his team. This is his legacy right now. And personally, I think he signs a new deal. I wouldn't be surprised if you heard about it next season. We heard about it next season that Jurgen Klopp signs a new deal. I mean, people have said if he wins the quadruple, does he just walk? Like there's nothing else he can do. He's completed football. But no, personally, I think he signs on. Why would you want to leave? Why would you want to leave? That's what I would say. Where's he going to go? It's going to be any better than this. Where's he going to go that's going to be any better than this? I just don't know. So I same with Pep Guardiola. That's why I see Pep Guardiola staying at Man City as well. Where does Pep go that's going to be any better in Man City right now? Nowhere. Same with Klopp at Liverpool. Where's he go? Nowhere. I just see Pep and Klopp extending their contracts and staying for another 5 years. I really do. Because where are they going to go? Them two they're the best two managers in world football. There's nowhere else better for them right now than Man City and Liverpool because they're the two best clubs in world football. There's nowhere for them to go. Where's better for them to go? Nowhere. I just see them both staying. I really do. I think they both signed new deals. And I think part of it, if Pep signed first, I think Klopp would re-sign because I don't think he's got that thing with Pep, ain't he, that he wants to keep competing with him. And yeah, I just don't see them two managers leaving the clubs they're at. I really don't. Mitchell says, Ten Hag was a millionaire before he came into football. He's not motivated by money. That is very true. You're spot on. You need players to fit the system, not just names. Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at PSG. PSG got bought out by a whole country of Qatar to win European Cups, not the French league, and they can't do it. Liverpool will batter teams, Jay. Exactly. Sure, not doubting his integrity, just wondering about his wage. Yeah, I expect he's on a very high wage. What's for dinner? Klopp signs for another 2 to 3 years, in my opinion. I agree, John. I really do. Tom is in the house. Big up to yourself, fella. Big up, Jamie. Let's hope we get the W this weekend. I hope VVDTA, Robbo and Thiago will to be rested for the semis. I think Thiago will be rested, my man. We went through my team earlier, Tom. You might have missed it. I think Van Dijk starts. I just don't see Van Dijk being rested now. Unless we batter Villarreal in the first leg of the semi-finals, we might be rested for the second leg. But I don't see Van Dijk being rested now. Trent, I don't see him being rested now. And neither do I see Robbo being rested now. I really don't. I'd be surprised if Tsimikas starts any games now. Tsimikas might come in as a sub, in games and things like that, but I don't see him starting games. The only one I see being rested the most is Thiago. I think Thiago will be rested against Everton to start against Villarreal, and might be in and out in certain games. But that's the only one time, is it? The only one I can see. Ten Hag requests Steve McLaren as his assistant. Well, has he now? Interesting. Look, no matter what people think of Steve McLaren, he's a good coach. He's a good coach. He's a terrible manager. Don't get me wrong. He's an awful manager. But as a coach, he's good as a coach. So him being a number 2 to Ten Hag would be a good appointment. Would be a good appointment. Quad, win it again next year would be my response. Can you imagine that? Back-to-back quads. Complete football twice. It's impossible. Brazil prepared 5 million for Pep as Brazil national team manager. Oh, that's an interesting one. That's a really interesting one. Now, Jesus Christ. Pep Guardiola as Brazilian national manager. Might as well just give him the World Cup now, mightn't we? Bloody hell. But cool. I think Pep Guardiola is the only one who probably keep Neymar sweet as well. I think Pep's the only one who can keep Neymar on the leash. Oh, Pep Guardiola as Brazilian national manager. World Cup would be over, wouldn't it? World Cup would be over. Summer signings for me is Gavi, Bellingham, and bring 6 youngsters through. Yeah, don't forget, we've got to make sure we have that British quota in the team as well. We have to have that British quota in the team. So we'll definitely be looking for British players to come in the side, like the fullback at Aberdeen, that he would make up. You've got to have homegrown. You've got to have homegrown players in your team. So we'll have to buy homegrown players. So, Scotland don't count though, does it, as homegrown? Because Robbo don't count as homegrown. I'm not sure why, but it don't. So we have to make sure, because if Oxlade-Chamberlain leaves, we need to replace him with a homegrown player. So you might have to make sure you get all the quotas right at the same time, guys. But yeah, get your score predictions in the chat, guys. And if you haven't yet, get your 1 to 11 for the Everton game in the chat as well, guys. And I'll read it out, no problem. But get your scores in the chat, guys. I did a prediction show with Doug on the Dugout Football channel earlier on today, and I went 4-0. I think Liverpool are going to get back-to-back 4-0s. I don't see Everton living with us. I think Everton will put up more of a fight than Man United did, because let's be fair, it's not difficult. Man United put up 0 fight. I think 4-0. I think we do Everton 4-0. I think we get a goal early and just show our dominance from there. Really do. I just don't see anyone stopping our front three, no matter who plays. I think Jota will come in for the game against Everton, as he's got history against Everton. I think he comes in. I think Mane plays and Salah plays, because I don't think you can drop them 2 at the moment. And I think Diaz will be rested for, because I think what Klopp will be wary of is Everton targeting Luis Diaz and Thiago. I think that's what he'd be a bit wary of. He'd be wary of them targeting them 2 players and injuring them. So I see Luis Diaz and Thiago sitting out the Everton game, and you put in your Hendersons and your Nabbies and your Jotas and stuff like that, and we go straight for the throat. We get a goal early on. It could be anything. It could even be more than 4 goals. It really could. Really could. So get your goal, your scores in the chat, guys, and get your 1 to 11 in the chat as well, guys, if you haven't already, and I'll read them out. Mitchell is going back to back 4-0 as well, same as me. Big up Mitchell. 3-1 says Daffy. 4-0 says John. John's going massive as well with 6-0. I'll tell you what, that's not even out of the possibility. If we get an early goal against them, if we score in the first 10 minutes, the floodgates could literally open. They could literally open. Gary, Bowen is a player that would rise the competition in the squad. 15-0 to Liverpool. Jesus, Gary. Yeah, I mean, Bowen's a talent, super talent, but I think West Ham would ask for far too much money. Really do. Timings, I think Pep becomes Brazil manager. It fits both parties. The landscape of football has changed over the years. Players like R9 is a rarity. Sorry. Look at Gary O'Souza, for example, system over talent. Yeah, exactly. It's all about systems now. Everything's about systems now. You don't have to have the most talent in your squad. Look at West Ham. West Ham have got a fantastic system under David Moyes. David Moyes knows exactly how he wants to play for West Ham. He knows how he wants that West Ham team to play from the first minute to the 90th minute in every single game. They're not littered with quality players. They're really not. They're well above where they should be in the league. I mean, they're in the top 7 of the Premier League. They're not a top 7 Premier League team, but the players in there play for David Moyes. They play for the badge because it fits the system, and that's what you need. System nowadays is so big, so big. That's why I keep saying about Man City. Man City have the money and the wealth to buy your Neymars, your Mbappe's, your Ronaldo's, your Messi's, but they never go in for them because they wouldn't fit Pep Guardiola's system and the way he wants to play. Simple as that. Manchester City, they could easily afford to go for Mbappe. Look, Mbappe's going to go to Real Madrid probably for a free. Yeah, Man City could easily match whatever Real Madrid are going to pay him a week and what they're going to give his agent. Man City could easily do that, very easily. But they don't. They don't go for them sort of players because it's system over talent, and system wins out. System always wins out. You've got to have the right talent. Don't get me wrong. You can't just buy shit because it fits your system. You still have to buy the right talent, but they don't have to be the top. Do you think we should have a warm weather training ground in, say, Tenerife? I understand it's usually only 5 days approximately a year, but it may be used to say youth team. Well, that's a good shout. It's a good shout. I do believe some Premier League teams have a deal with some Spanish clubs for warm weather training that they can use their facilities, and they've got like deals in place for it, so they don't have to have their own one. But I tell you what, that's not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. John's team for Everton is Ali, Trent, Canati, Van Dijk, Robbo, Fab, Thiago, Naby, Diaz, Bobby, Salah. Yeah, that's an exceptional side, John. My only worry is with Thiago playing and Diaz playing, I think Everton will target them and try and injure them. I really do. I think they'll really target them too. And we've got to make sure Thiago, look, the Villarreal game on paper looks like an easy match that we should win 3 or 4-0. But Villarreal under Emery play a very low block 4-4-2. They're not massive going forward, so there won't be massive goal threats, but my God, they're going to be hard to break down. And the way to break down a Villarreal team is to move the ball extremely quickly and precisely. And that's what Thiago gives us and Luis Diaz. So for me, that's why I'd rest both of them. And I don't want them getting injured against Everton, because we all know Everton fans would love nothing more than to take out Thiago and Diaz. Even if they don't win the game, they'd love it. So I'll be very wary of that, and I think Klopp will be as well. Tom Izzy's gone 4-1 to the Reds. Oh, yeah. I get you. I think there's like a thing in place, what's for dinner. I do think there's a thing in place where they do that already, my friend. Ali, Becker, Allison in goal. Gomez, Kanate, Van Dijk, Robbo, Henderson, Fabinho, Elliott. Oh, Elliott back in the team. No one said that yet. And Diaz, Marley, Salah, another great 11. Sabiri in the house. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Hope your 420 was good. How are you, Jamie? I like John Moore's team, but I would like to see. I would like to take Curtis Jones over Naby. Big John Moore. Yeah. Curtis Jones. Yeah, he's not been seen in a while, has he? Not been seen. I think he came on the other day for a brief appearance, didn't he? Curtis is a good footballer. Yeah. It's a good shout with Curtis. He might get a shout against Everton, you know. The Scouts are in the team in the Merseyside derby. That's a good shout. I didn't really think of Curtis, to be fair. I didn't really think about Curtis. That's a good shout. You know, Trent and Curtis, two Scousers in the team in the Merseyside derby. Obviously, they got Anthony Gordon, who knows what this means to play a Merseyside derby. But also, at the end of the day, Jurgen Klopp does not care about Everton whatsoever. He doesn't even think about Everton, even though being a Merseyside derby. You know, I don't think we'll rotate the team that much. I think we'll be quite a maximum 4 players will rotate from Man United's game to the Everton game, in my opinion. Liverpool are doing up 420 against United, you know, like that. Certainly were. And big up to Beery. Always big up to Beery. One of the funniest men I know. Absolutely joy to listen to and talk to. As always. As you all are, guys. Love all of you. Really do. And everyone subbing to the channel recently, thank you very much. I think I've had... What was I on? Oh, I've almost had 23 subs in the last 24 hours. I've had 23 extra subs in the last 24 hours. So hats off to you guys. I appreciate every single one of you. And thank you for joining the channel. Really do. Thank you for joining the channel. I'm growing the channel. I'm trying to grow the channel here, guys. And I appreciate every one of you joining as well and subscribing to the channel. Remember, 500 subs, I will do that spicy gummy bear challenge on the air for you guys on YouTube live, guys, on YouTube. I would do the spicy gummy bear challenge if we can get to that magical 500 number by the end of this month. What we've got 9-10 days left to get subbing, guys. If you've already subbed to the channel, tell your friends about it, get them to sub. Share the channel on your social medias, guys, on your YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, whatever it is, TikTok. Share it away, guys, Instagram. Tell your friends about it. Tell them to come over and sub to this channel. Even for just watching me absolutely die on air when I do the spicy gummy bear challenge, guys. Appreciate it, guys. I really, really do. Let's get some of your chats here. Daffy, Ben Dyack, 16-year-old from Celtic joining Liverpool. Yep, another youth player. Looks decent prospect. Unwell, didn't even smoke yesterday. I think Elliot didn't even smoke yesterday. We got Sabiri. I think Elliot for Salah isn't bad either. Give the ex a king a rest. Yeah. I mean, ain't a bad shout either. I'd love to see Harvey Elliott back in the team. Harvey Elliott, superb little player. Jamie, how do you think Everton will cope with us when we keep possession? They're not. they're not at the end of the day. I just like so. Look, Frank Lampard might be many things. I just don't think he's a stupid man, and he can't go toe to toe with Liverpool. Obviously, if Everton set up toe to toe with Liverpool, they're going to get destroyed. It's going to be embarrassing. We're at Anfield. Everton are going to have to play, like it or not, Everton are going to have to play very defensively. They're going to try and cover the central areas. They might give us the width. What Everton might do is, because Everton can't defend in a wide area. If they defend in a wide area, your Manes and Salahs and Diaz's or Jotas, whoever plays, are going to exploit then gaps in between the centre-backs if they try and cover the wide areas to stop Trent and Robbo getting forward with the crosses. So for me, they're going to give up the wide areas and concentrate defending through the middle and get really tight and try and stop any kind of penetrating run from your Mané, your Salahs, your Jota or your Diaz, whoever plays in that position. They're trying to stop the midfield. If Thiago does play, they'll try and step on Thiago, stop him playing. They're going to condense that area of the midfield. They're going to make it really tight and compact in that midfield. And I think they'll just give us the wide areas because, as I say, if they try and defend out wide, and they can't do that because they'll leave too many gaps in the central areas where Mane, Salah and that will absolutely exploit them. A bit like Man United. Man United played 3 at the back against us the other day, but played quite high up. And because they played quite high up, playing that 3 at the back, they defended out really wide. And because they defended out really wide, we had so many gaps to get into in between their centre-backs, and we just exploited the hell out of them. Everton can't do that. I think they'll defend quite narrow and compact, and they're just going to leave Richarlison up on front on his own and hope they get long balls out to him that he can hold up and link the play. I think that's going to be Everton's game on Sunday. I think Liverpool will have 60 to 70% possession of the ball the whole match. Might take a little while to break them down, but once we break them down, it's over, ain't it? Once we break their walls down and get a goal, many more will come after that because their heads will just drop. This is a team fighting relegation. I mean, if they play, I know they beat Man United 1-0, but come on, this is Liverpool Football Club. This is different. We're probably the most informed team in European football right now. No, I just can't see anything but Liverpool smashing. Babuka Kamara from Marseille on Gerrard and Ten Hag's radar. Can't say I've heard of him, my friend. Can't say I've heard of him. Do a foul and put a rush challenge. Diaz will have a field day, Jamie. If Diaz plays, he will have a massive field day. I just hope they don't take the frustration down the lads. We want 3 points, clean sheet and 0 injuries. Yeah, that is my worry. What's for dinner? That is my real worry there, the injuries, because that's why I don't want Diaz and Thiago anywhere near this team, because I think that's who they will target. I really think they'll try and take Diaz out because he's the new signing. He's the new shiny toy. And Thiago, I think they will try to do everything in their power to take Thiago out. I can see Richarlison double footing, studs up all over Thiago all day. That's why I don't want him playing. And I think Klopp will have that in mind as well. We can't afford any injuries. So, yeah, Thiago for me won't play and Diaz won't play because of them reasons. I think Salah plays because, let's face it, Salah was playing when he wasn't in form. Now he's in form. He's definitely playing. There's no doubt about that. Salah can. Let's face it. What are we on? It's Thursday. It's Thursday, yeah. Salah is probably smelling the goals already. He's like, I'm going to play Sunday and I'm going to absolutely batter Everton. I'm going to get another 2 or 3 goals to add to my goal tally. And, yeah, he's definitely going to play. Definitely. Mitchell, will you travel up to the city or to Paris if we beat Villarreal and get to the final 2019? Seems like yesterday the city was electric. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm coming up to Liverpool in the summer no matter what as well. So I'll be up there in the summer. So anyone in the Liverpool area wants to meet up with me in the summer when I'm up there, you're more than welcome to, guys. And I'm going to be up there in the summer. So I can't wait for it. But if we win the league or the Champions League or anything like that, I'll be at the parade as well. So I'll be up there quite a bit in the summer to look out for me, guys. If you're up in that area, rumours that Mane signed a new deal, Jamie. Yeah, I think Mane signed a new deal, no doubt about it. Jamie, I watched Inside Anfield today, and my take from the video is that Jurgen gives handshake every staff pre-match and comparing the most elite managers, you don't see that personality, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, Jurgen's a different breed, ain't he? He's a different breed. He's the best manager in the world for me. He's the best manager in the world. Pep Guardiola might be the best coach in the world. Pep Guardiola's coaching and technical coaching and precision and all that is probably the best. But as an overall manager of men, Jurgen Klopp is the best. He's the best in the world. His man management is out of this world. I mean, every single player for Liverpool Football Club would run through a brick wall for Jurgen Klopp if they told him to. He's just different, ain't he? He's just. We're lucky. We're just lucky to have him. Hate Richarlison. Also, what type of team enjoys injuring players then playing a proper footy game? Yeah, exactly, NJ. Exactly. That's how Everton are, ain't they? Do you remember when they did it to Divock? When Divock was in a good bit of form and they broke his ankle. And Divock weren't the same after that, was he? Divock was right in form. He was playing every week. And then they broke his ankle. And then Thiago. Remember, Richarlison took out Thiago. Don't forget that, guys. This is why I don't want Thiago playing. Richarlison took him out and almost broke his leg. We all know what happened to Van Dijk with the goalkeeper. You know, I just don't want to see it, guys. Awesome, says Mitchell. 20,000 tickets. Oh, yeah, this is a joke. This is an absolute joke. So, is it? The UEFA Champions League final in Paris. The stadium holds 75,000 people. Parc de Paris holds 75,000 people, right? And UEFA are only giving 20,000 tickets to both sets of teams. That's 40,000. What are they doing with the other 50, 60, 35,000 tickets? They're all going to their mates and delegates and shit like that. Pathetic. 75,000, yeah? They should at least get 30,000 tickets each. That's 60,000. And then you can make it up with some other. Make up the rest of it with all your mates and dignitaries and all that sort of crap. 20,000 each for a Champions League final. You're having a laugh. Pathetic. Off to Liverpool for the Everton game buzzing. Oh, yeah. John's going to the Liverpool Everton game Sunday. John, you go do any vlogging when you're there. Make sure you do some vlogging. Take some videos, pictures. Send them to us. I'll put them on the channel. Jurgen is the best of the best. Arguably the best ever, in my opinion. Yeah, Jurgen's different gravy, only. Jurgen's different gravy. And people go on about, oh, he's not won the trophies of Pep Guardiola and people, and Mourinho and people like that. But you got to look at, he hasn't had the chance to do that with the teams he's been at. So Jurgen was at Mainz, yeah? That was his team he played for his whole career, became their manager, right? At the age of 33, I think it was. Mainz have never been promoted in their history. Jurgen Klopp got Mainz promoted. I think he could only stay in there 2 or 3 seasons, and obviously got relegated because they're only Mainz. They ain't got the funds to stay there. Then Borussia Dortmund. Everyone forgets Borussia Dortmund were in the shit. Borussia Dortmund were in the shit. I think they were like hovering above the relegation zone when Jurgen Klopp took them over. They were a giant team, second biggest team in Germany, but they have just gone completely to crap. Yeah, Jurgen Klopp takes them over, takes a couple of years, then wins back-to-back league titles. And you know what? No one else has won a league title in Germany for any other club since Jurgen Klopp left Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund. So Bayern Munich have won the Champions League every year since Jurgen Klopp left German football to join Liverpool. No one else can compete. But he won back-to-back league titles and the Poco Cups, or whatever they're called, their version of the FA Cup, and got to a Champions League final. At the same time, losing his best player every single season to Bayern Munich. He lost his best player every single season to Bayern Munich. And people say, oh, he hasn't won the trophies of Pep and Mourinho and stuff like that. It's because he's never had the chance. And then he joined Liverpool. Same situation in Liverpool. Liverpool were in the shit, scrambling around in mid-table. Jurgen Klopp comes along, builds us up, and we're now the best team in European football, arguably. Us and Man City. And look at the squad we got now. Best squad in English football. The man's special. Absolutely special. And ask Lewandowski. Have you ever seen Lewandowski talk about Jurgen Klopp? Go and ask Lewandowski. Lewandowski has played under Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola, yeah? Go and ask Lewandowski what he thinks of Jurgen Klopp. Go and ask Pep. Go and ask Lewandowski. He absolutely loves him. I think he calls him a father figure, don't he? He absolutely loves the man. Says he's the greatest manager he's ever played under. Now, still, Klopp will never get the respect he deserves because he hasn't won the trophies of your Mourinho's and your Pep Guardiolas. But he's never had the chance because he's never managed Barcelona and Bayern Munich. If he managed Barcelona and Bayern Munich, he'd have like 10 league trophies to his name. You know what I mean? It's just people are ridiculous when it comes to that sort of thing. Just look what the man's done. Look what the man's done. No, Richardson's a wanker. He certainly is. Bob Paisley still number one, but asked me again on 1st of June 2022. I love Bob Paisley. Bob Paisley, my God, manager. What's he? Won 19 trophies in 9 years. Alex Ferguson won 19 trophies in 25 years. And he won 3 European Cups. Have a fantastic day. John says, what's for dinner? You owe for a bunch of, yeah, they are. They certainly are, Gary. They certainly are. Yeah, you owe for, they take the piss, guys. Absolutely take the piss. So, Everton, I'm going 4-0. You guys have already told me your scores. 3-0, 4-0, some 3-1s, I believe. But we should win comfortably, guys. It should be a comfortable win for us. And we go on. After that, we've got the Champions League, guys, which should be another good one. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to Champions League. I can't wait for that. I really can't. Oh, that's it. 20 trophies in 10 years, but you may be right. Yeah, it's massive. It's huge. It's huge. And he won 3 European Cups. Let's not forget that. 3 bloody European Cups. 2 of them were back-to-back. I mean, we won a treble in that time, the League Cup, the Champions League, and the league title. You know, the job he did was amazing, absolutely amazing. People forget about it because it weren't before 1992. You know, you got to remember, guys, people only think football was invented in 1992 when the Premier League arrived. Anything before that apparently didn't happen. Ridiculous. Just go get the fixtures up, seeing what we've got left this season. Let's have a look. So I'm just getting these fixtures up. So I'm interested to see what. Because we've got to put the Southampton game, I believe, has got to be put in somewhere yet. Because that's got to be. The Southampton game was meant to be the 14th or the 15th of May, but we're playing the FA Cup final, obviously, so that can't be in there. So let me share this with you guys. All right, guys, here we go. So the Southampton game is to be announced because that's the day of the FA Cup final, so that can't be played. So that's going to be put somewhere in May. So obviously on Sunday we've got Everton 4:30, and then on Wednesday after that we have got Villarreal in the first leg of the Champions League. Then on Saturday, the 30th of April, we're away to Newcastle. So that's a difficult period. That Newcastle game will be difficult because Newcastle are in bloody good form at the moment at home. I think they've won 6 at home in a row. So that'll be a very challenging game, especially a 12:30 kickoff just after playing a Champions League game. That's a nightmare scenario, that. Then obviously we've got a Champions League game straight after that on the Tuesday. And then on Saturday, the 7th of May, we've got Spurs at home, which is a Saturday night at 7:45. Very, very strange time. A Saturday night game at 7:45. It just seems a bit weird to me. But yeah, that's because it's on BT. I think that's the reason. For me, we should win that. I mean, Spurs, keep Kane and Son quiet. We win that comfortably. And then we're away to Villa on Tuesday, the 10th of May. Let's get it right. Let's get it right with Aston Villa. Aston Villa, Stevie G is going to tell this Villa team to do absolutely nothing. Stevie's going to be like, you know what, boys? We're safe in the league. Let's just give this a game off. You know, let's just make sure we don't get absolutely smashed. But, you know, let's put as zero effort in as possible. and then Liverpool Wolves on the last day of the season. But in between them, so the semi-final, obviously in between the Villa game and the Wolves game will be an FA Cup final, and then after the Wolves game will be the Champions League final that we should, I'll say we should be in. So yeah, quite a lot coming up, important games as well, but all very winnable, all very winnable. Jamie, back in the day, I used to collect Panini Premier League stickers. Did you collect them as well? Wondering if it's still big as it is now. Yeah, Panini stickers are huge, my man. Everyone still collects Panini stickers. There's nothing better than getting a shiny. I remember when you was at school. When I was at school, we used to collect Panini stickers, especially Premier League. So you're getting the Premier League Panini stickers. You know, it'd take you all season to complete your book, wouldn't it? Because your book's like, the Premier League book's about that thick, ain't it? And you have to complete all 20 teams and then get all the Premier League trophy and the FA Cup, and all in trophies to put in there as well, and the manager and everything. Take all season. But you'd always have a stack, wouldn't you, to take to school. So you'd always have your swapsies to take to school. And if you had shinies were the best. So shinies were, you know, if you had a shiny and someone needed one of your shinies, it was worth about 10 stickers, 10 normal stickers, weren't it? I used to love it. Some people do. I mean, I'll do it now. I'll probably, I haven't done a Premier League one. I'll probably do one next season. I was thinking about it, doing it with my son. Doing it again next season, maybe getting the Premier League Panini sticker album next season, doing it with my son. But it might be interesting to do. Silly time, 7:45. What are they thinking? I know it's a weird on a Saturday night. Spurs and Wolves will be tricky. I mean, Wolves at the end of the season, you know, Wolves should be just there for the beating, to be fair. Liverpool should win all those games. Yeah, I agree. I thought Panini was a type of sandwich. That's because you're called What's for Dinner and you're only ever thinking about food, my friend. But you are right. I think you can do Panini stickers now digitally as well, but who wants to do that? Where's the fun in doing it digitally? Yeah, I used to love doing it. Oh, I have my screen there. I used to love doing it. I used to love collecting stickers, football stickers, Panini stickers, but shinies, man. You get them shinies, they're worth at least 10 normal stickers when you used to be at school. Yeah, it's a fun thing to do. You can do the World Cup ones. There's a World Cup one. They have European Cup ones. But the Premier League one's the one to do. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. So, guys, if there's any questions you want to ask me in the chat before we go, let's get in your questions now, guys. Get in your questions now in the chat before we head off here, guys. Anything you want to ask me, you can ask me now before I go. While I'm waiting for that, guys, I'd just like to say thank you for everyone joining me today. Everyone who subscribed new, hope you enjoyed this video. And, guys, don't forget, watch this video again later. If you haven't watched yet, watch again tonight, watch tomorrow, watch with a friend, tell a friend about it, tell them to come over and sub to the channel. This is the best Liverpool content you go find, guys. Come and join me. Watch alongs everywhere. I'm doing 2 watch alongs on Saturday. So I'm doing the Arsenal and Man United. So Arsenal Man United game on Saturday at 12:30, I believe. That game is Saturday at 12:30. And then I'm doing the Brentford Tottenham one at 5:30. So that's two games that I'm doing on Saturday. So if you like your watch-alongs and you want to come and have a bit of fun with the watch-alongs, tune in on Saturday, guys. I'm doing 2 of them. So it should be good fun. Yeah, Arsenal Man United at 12:30. And then I'll be doing the Brentford Spurs one at 5:30. That's what I'm doing Saturday, guys. 2 watch-alongs for you guys. Should be good fun. And then I'll be back again on the Sunday, obviously, for the Liverpool Everton watch along. And also on that Sunday, I will be doing my post-match call-in show, as there's a Liverpool game. After every single Liverpool game from now on, I'll do a post-match call-in show where you guys, the phone lines are open to you guys, an open forum where you guys can call in and let me know what you thought of the game that has just been played. Win, lose or draw. Every single game, after every single Liverpool game, we'll be live with the post-match call-in show. So that'll be live after the Liverpool Everton game as well. So make sure you're tuning in for that. Open forum, come in with your calls. As long as you're not silly, stupid, or anything like that, and you sensible questions, everyone's more than welcome to be on the show. So make sure you tune in for that as well, guys. So if there's any questions, I'll ask them. Yes. We used to play Conkers, giving away my age. I used to play Conkers as well. What we used to do is put your Conkers in vinegar overnight, hardens them up. Did anyone else used to do that? Cheat at Conkers. So you get your Conkers and you put them in vinegar overnight and put them in the fridge. Put them in a bowl of vinegar overnight, put them in the fridge or the freezer, and just let them, because vinegar don't really freeze. So, and they go rock hard. No one can beat you. No one can beat you. Now you're not allowed to play Conkers in school. Apparently it's a health hazard. Ridiculous. Do Liverpool spend big in the summer? It depends what you think big is. I think Liverpool will spend up to £100 million in the summer. So is that big? I don't know, but I think Liverpool will spend up towards £100 million in the summer. Really do. Don't forget we're going to sell players. That'll be a lot of sell-on players as well. A lot of players leaving. I think we have a bit of a clear out in the summer. Free up a lot of wages as well. So yeah, 100 million. I reckon we'll spend up to 100 million. What's the best front three for the teams like Brighton and what's the best front three for the teams like Brighton and Newcastle? Wow. Hang on. Now I've got to go on Brighton's team and have a look. So Brighton's front three. Jesus Christ, that's a question and a half. Maupay, Trossard, Welbeck for Brighton, I would say. And who else? Newcastle. You've really stumped me here, my man, haven't you? You've really stumped me here. Where's Newcastle? Let me have a look. Let's get Newcastle's team up so I can have a look. I can't think off the top of my head. You've really done me here, ain't you? Front three for Newcastle. Front three for Newcastle. I haven't got a front three. Well, Chris Wood, Maximum, and Callum Wilson if he's fit. Oh, I mean for us when we play them type of teams. Fair enough. So I thought you were giving me an impossible question. Now I'll get you, Ravi. So when we play them type of teams, so Newcastle, all that pace. Mane, Salah, Diaz, all that pace, and Brighton, all that pace. For me, Luis Diaz is now the left winger for Liverpool. And Mane's number 9 for Liverpool now. It seems to work. Mane's not as quick as Diaz is on that left-hand side. But Mane's timing of runs is perfect to play the number 9 position. Absolutely perfect. And Mane can play with his back to goal. Diaz on that left-hand side is almost undroppable now. I think he plays on the left-hand side most of the next season. Pace. Yeah, them three, my man, them three. Let's get your other questions. Lukaku probably going back to Italy with AC Milan. I mean, Italian football suits him because it's so slow. I mean, I could play in Italy. That's why they have players in their 40s still playing Italian football. Like Chiellini, you know, he's like 36. Well, he says he's 36. The man looks 45. But, you know, they can play in Italy till they're around 39, 40 because it's not a hard league on their legs. It's quite a slow tempo. So, yeah, I think Lukaku suits Italian football. 442 and match magazines as well. I should buy at least 2 editions every month nowadays. It's not as big as it was. I think it's because of social media and free access online. Yeah, Shoot magazine. I used to like Shoot. It was either in my school when I was a kid. You either bought Shoot magazine or Match. 442 was a bit more of when you're a bit older. Like I'd buy 442 magazine now. That's for a bit of an older person, ain't it? But shoot and match magazine. Yeah, if you was a kid, you would buy. It would be one of them two. You always got a free gift on the front, didn't you? And posters in the middle and stuff like that. Yeah, definitely. Yes, vinegar. What's within the nose? Agreed, Jay. Yeah, read that one. Do you think Newcastle will go out all in the summer? Where do you think they'll finish? Newcastle will be looking for a top 10 finish next season for me. I think that's what Newcastle want. A comfortable top 10 finish next season. Now, will they go all out in the summer? Now, I've been saying this for a while. I've been saying this for a while about Newcastle's takeover. When Chelsea got took over, Chelsea only had to try and get past Arsenal and Man United at the time, and they did that. When Man City got taken over, Man City only really had to try and compete against Man United because Arsenal dropped off. Now, you got Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, you got your Arsenals, your Tottenhams, your Man Uniteds, West Ham's. You got a lot of teams there that Newcastle have to try and get above before they even win anything. So it's going to be a little bit of a longer process than it was for Chelsea. I think Chelsea won the league title 18 months after Roman Abramovich bought them out. That ain't going to happen with that's not. And the same with Manchester City. Was it 2 years and they won the league title after being bought out? That's not going to happen with Newcastle because there's too much quality in front of them. There's far too much quality in front of them. And the people saying, they're going to go buy Mbappe and Neymar's and all that. No, they're not. It's just not going to happen. They're not going to go Newcastle just yet. Newcastle will buy players in the summer, but they're not going to be that top-end player. They're going to be players they're buying now. Will be buying next summer, but in a much... I reckon Newcastle might buy about 8 players in the summer, but of the quality that they've sort of bought in January. That sort of quality. The Bruno Guimaraes' quality, the Chris Woods, the Trippiers, them sort of players, that sort of quality level, which will make them a top 10 team. They'll be competing with your likes of Leicester's and Aston Villa's next season. And, yeah, Newcastle will be just looking to finish comfortably in the top 10, no hassles, no issues. And in the season after that, they'll be looking to finish in the top 7, top 6 with European football. But winning leagues and cups and stuff like that is a way off yet. There's too much competition in the Premier League. Thanks, Jamie. Mods and chat. You'll never walk alone. Big up. What's for dinner? Everton will be really hoping Burnley lose tonight. Look, if Burnley lose tonight and we beat Everton, it's still 4 points. So it's not the end of the world for Everton if they get smashed by us on Sunday. So, yeah. Hopefully we'll buy new players and change the top 6 position on Stevie. I've said it all season, guys. Aston Villa need pace in their team. They're the slowest team in the league. I think, apart from Man United, I think Aston Villa might be the slowest team in the Premier League. There's no pace in their team. There's no pace at all. They're never going to do anything unless they get pace going forward. They've got a slow midfield and slow forwards. Too slow. They need pace in that team. Jamie, rank them from bottom to top. Japanese players used to currently in the Prem. Okazaki, Nakata, Inamoto, Minamino, and Kagawa. Rank them from bottom to top. Japanese used to / currently in the Prem. Jeez. Oh. Nakata, Okazaki, Minamino, Inamoto, and Kagawa. Kagawa is great. Let's face it, he was fantastic. He'd be top of the pile. Yeah, Nakata, Okazaki, Inamoto, Minamino, but Kagawa definitely on top. Definitely, Hard question. Trying to kill me there, Tom, is he? Match magazine used to be my intel on top 20 Wonder Kids. That's when I found out about them. Freddie Adu, Robinho, and Robin back in the day. Yes, those have articles every month, didn't they? On the new Wonder Kids coming through and stuff like that. Freddie Adu. Freddie Adu was that player everyone bought on Football Manager. Everyone bought Freddie Adu on Football Manager because he was absolutely ridiculous on Football Manager and he was cheap. I remember Football Manager, the greatest game ever. I don't know if anyone plays Football Manager. I played it back then as well, or Championship Manager, what it used to be called. But my word, that's a game. But everyone bought Freddie Adu because he was cheap and he was amazing on the game. He was like the best player on Football Manager. He was incredible. He'd get you 20 goals a season every single year. He was incredible. Everyone used to buy him. It was that secret player everyone used to buy on Football Manager. And Robinho. God, Robinho, one of the biggest waste of talents. I don't know if I've seen a bigger waste of talent than Robinho. And I know he's Brazilian and everything, but my God, I remember when he went to Man City, when Man City got taken over. That was the first player they signed when they got took over, was Robinho. And he was dog shit. He was terrible. It's like Alex Pato. He used to play for AC Milan. I don't know what happened to him. He was another one, Brazilian, fantastic footballer. Just didn't turn out to be so much hype. There were so many players that have been so hyped up and never achieved anything. Pato, Robinho, these players were hyped to the moon, but actually were dog shit. Really were. Really crap. Good question. Any more questions, guys, before we wrap this show up? We've been going 2 hours, so I've got to wrap it up in a minute. Any other questions, guys? Let me know before we wrap this up. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. I would really appreciate if you hit the like button. It lets everyone know you are watching me and helps the algorithm on the channel. Really does. And don't forget to subscribe if you've not subscribed. If you've already subscribed, share it on your social media. Tell your friends. Tell them to come along and subscribe to the Jamie Phillips Football Chats. I really do appreciate it. I'm on 428, so I've had new subscribers while we've been live, and I really appreciate every single one of you. I really do. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining the channel. And you go have fun on this channel, guys. We're a good channel. We have fun on this channel, as you can see today. I talk to everyone in the comments. I converse with everybody. Welcome to the channel, guys. You'll go enjoy it. I promise you, you'll go enjoy the channel. John Moore. Does Coutinho stay at Villa, Jamie? I think he does, in my opinion. They got right. I'm not sure. Now, Coutinho started really well, but he's drifted off quite a bit, ain't he? I'm not sure. They got Buendia. One of them has to go. You can't have Buendia and Coutinho. It's pointless. One of them has to go. And you've already got Buendia in the club. I mean, Coutinho's only on loan, but he's got an option to buy for 40 million. Now, it's up to Stevie and what Villa want to do. Now, do they spend the 40 million on Coutinho and keep him? It all depends how much money they got to spend because they need players. This Villa team need players. As I keep saying, there's no pace in the team. They need a striker. They don't score nowhere near enough goals. And they've got no pace in the wide areas. You look at the top teams now in football. They've all got pace in the wide areas and they'll have someone in front of goal to score goals. Aston Villa need to be that. They need a wide area. They need pace in the wide areas. They need a striker. Ollie Watkins ain't good enough. He's a decent player for the squad, but he should not be number one striker in that team. So if they go and spend the 40 million on Coutinho, how much money do Villa have left to improve their squad? This is the problem. So I'm going to say no for now. But if they got like 150 million pound war chest to spend in the summer, 40 million of Coutinho, then yeah. Denilson to Betis was another one promising but waste. Yeah, I mean, let's not forget, Denilson broke the world record when he went to Betis for transfer. You know, that Betis spent a ridiculous amount of money on Denilson, and he was a world record transfer at the time, and no one even knew who he was. Everyone was like, I remember reading it in the paper, I bet it's breaking the world record on Denilson. I was like, who's he? This Brazilian wonder kid we all got told about, and didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. No one flattered to deceive. The best Liverpool manager in history. Jesus Christ. So, if you look back at it, the most successful Liverpool Football Club was under Bob Paisley. But Bill Shankly built Liverpool. Bill Shankly came from Huddersfield to Liverpool, Blackpool to Liverpool. Can't remember now. I think it was Huddersfield to Liverpool. And Liverpool were in the second division, going nowhere, going absolutely nowhere. We needed a change. We needed something to happen. We brought Bill Shankly into Liverpool. Bill Shankly got us promoted. He was there, 9 years, was it? And in that time, we won the UEFA Cup final. We won league. We got promoted and won the league a few times. I think we won the FA Cup as well in 1965. Yeah, and then Bill Shankly made us wear all red. You know, we used to wear white shorts. He made us wear red top, red shorts, and red socks. He put us in all red. And he built the foundations. Yeah, Bill Shankly built the foundations of Liverpool Football Club to be massive around the world. But then Bob Paisley won everything. They set the FA Cup. Bob Paisley never won the FA Cup. So it's them two. Jurgen Klopp. If Jurgen Klopp wins a quadruple, then it's Jurgen Klopp. Because in this day and age, the football way is now totally different. But for me, Jurgen Klopp's got to win another Champions League or Premier League yet. But I'd say Bill Shankly and Bob Paisley at this moment in time. One of the best Liverpool channels on YouTube. Thank you very much, John. I appreciate it, my man. You need a question, Callum, especially on the top 5 Japanese players in calling. See what his stance is on Taki Love. I wouldn't mind signing Ramsey from Villa. Yeah, Jacob Ramsey's a good little player. He's a good little player, definitely. Calvin Phillips is Gerrard's. Calvin Phillips is a weird one. Calvin Phillips hasn't played a lot of football in 2 years. I was looking at his appearances. He's only played 13 games this season. And last season he didn't play. Calvin Phillips, for me, has to prove his fitness. He has to prove his fitness before anyone buys him. I think it's a gamble, Calvin Phillips. And Leeds go ask for ridiculous money. You know, Leeds go ask for 50 million easy for Calvin Phillips. And I wouldn't be touching Calvin Phillips for 50 million. No way. Okay. How are you, my man? Hi, Joey. How was your break with the family? He was decent, my man. He was decent. I'd say Klopp because I can only go off managers I've seen in my lifetime. But we all know it's Bill. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. Totally agree with that. I mean, if Klopp wins another league or a Champions League, we can put him in the conversation. There's no doubt about it. But Bill Shankly built the foundations of Liverpool Football Club. We wouldn't be here now talking about Liverpool Football Club without Bill Shankly. You know, that's why the man's got a statue outside the stadium. He built the foundations. You can't build a house without the right foundations, and that's Bill Shankly. But, you know, you never walk alone. The reason we sing You Never Walk Alone, because Bill Shankly got asked what his favourite song was in a question on TV one day. And he said he watched the film Carousel, and on that film was the song You Never Walk Alone. And because he said that, the fans started singing it in home games. And now it's like the greatest football anthem ever. Klopp is definitely the best Liverpool manager for me. Love him to pieces. Yeah, Klopp's the man. We all love Jurgen. Jurgen is the man. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely adore him. I hope he stays. I hope he stays for as long as he possibly can. There's no better manager in the world right now than Jurgen Klopp. He just needs to win more trophies at Liverpool to put him alongside your Shanklys and your Bob Paisley's. Wins another league or a Champions League. I mean, if he wins the FA Cup, he's won every trophy for Liverpool Football Club. Bob Paisley never won the FA Cup. Bill Shankly never won the European Cup. So if he wins the FA Cup, he's won every single trophy as a Liverpool manager. So yeah, you can stick him right up there, no doubt. Jamie, did you see Klopp's wife at the City game? Effing loving the way the whole family loves that club. Oh, I did not, my man. I did not. I have to go back and have a look. Yeah, I know she loves the City, don't she? And her sons love the City. They absolutely adore it here. So yeah, she can get a word in Jurgen's ear and tell him he's got to stay. No doubt about it. Right, guys, I have got to get off. I have been on over 2 hours. I wasn't even meant to be in this long. I told the wife it'll only be an hour. The best Liverpool captain in history, Stevie G. But Jordan Henderson runs him extremely close. And Alan Hansen and Emlyn Hughes. Stevie G number 1, Jordan Henderson number 2, Emlyn Hughes number 3, and then Alan Hansen. Last question for me. It's 1-1 and you've awarded a corner. And you're awarded a corner injury time to nick a goal. Who would you have in the box or set pieces? Ramos, Van Dijk, Company or Terry? Oh, Jesus Christ. Tom Izzy. Ooh. Can I say Canate right now? Wow. That's a heck of a question. I'll tell you what, I'll answer that as well. But everyone in the chat, who would you say? So Tom Izzy's asking here, last question he says, it's 1-1, you're awarded a corner and injury time to nick a goal. Who would you have in the box for the set piece? Ramos, Van Dijk, Company or Terry? So everyone in the chat, you can answer this as well. Now, mine might... Look, Ramos has got 100 goals as a centre-back. It's hard not to say Ramos because he has got 100 goals as a centre-back. BVD is obviously immense in the box as well. So is Terry. Terry is great in the box. So is Company. That's an hard one. That's horrible. Tom Izzy, that's horrible, my man. That's horrible. Tell you what, I'm going Company. I'm going to be a bit unbiased. I'm going to be unbiased and not go for Virgil. I'm going for Vinny Company. Well, then, I hate Ramos with a passion. I hate him with a passion. But my God, he got 100 goals as a centre-back. How do we not say Sergio? How do we not say Ramos? How do we not say? I'm going Ramos. I can't not go Ramos. The man scored 100 goals as a Centre-back. I'm going Ramos. I've got to go for him. I'm going Ramos. I've got to go for Ramos. She was in the grad scene clock song. Oh, beautiful. Jay in the house, how you doing? Bless up, Jamie. Bless up you as well, my man. Hope you're doing well, Jay. VVD says Guy. Company scored most. Want to say VVD, but Company was brilliant. Yeah, Company or Ramos for me. Ramos is a little shit. I hate him, but man can score goals. Man can score goals. Good question, Tom Izzy. Good question, my friend. Good question. Right, guys. Sorry for everyone who came in late, Jay and Kai. But I've been on 2 hours and 15 minutes now, so I'm going to have to end it here, guys. So, before I go, a little bit of housekeeping before I go, guys. So, coming up on the channel for all the new subscribers, because I've had quite a few new subscribers that I absolutely appreciate. Thank you for coming on the channel, guys. Really do appreciate it. Much love to all of you. So, for all the new subscribers as well, this is what's coming up on the channel this week. So, tomorrow, I might be live tomorrow, just doing a little something. I might not yet. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell for notifications as well. But on Saturday, I am doing 2 watch-alongs on Saturday. So, Arsenal, Man United at 12:30, and then Brentford at Spurs at 5:30. So, them 2 games I'll be doing watch-alongs for on Saturday. So, come and tune in for them games, guys. Sunday, I will be back as well for the Liverpool Everton watch-along. So, make sure you tune in for that. And also, after every single Liverpool game going now, straight after the match is finished on Sunday, I will be doing the post-match call-in show. Well, I'll put the phone line up. I'll put the call line up, guys, in the chat. You guys can come in, a free forum for you guys to come in, call in, and let me know what you thought of the game, guys. Win, lose, or draw, man of the match is how we played, what you thought of the game. what's happening with it, everything. Free forum for you guys to tune in, guys. So that's what's coming up on the rest of the week on the channel, guys. The new subscribers as well as old. So tomorrow I might be live. I'm not sure yet. I don't have anything planned for tomorrow. I've got another channel I'm on tomorrow night. So look out for that on Twitter. Saturday, 2 watch-alongs, 12:30 and 5:30. So that's quite a lot of me on Saturday, you'll see. And then Sunday, Liverpool-Everton. And after the Liverpool-Everton game, straight away, the post-match call-in show where you guys have your say, free forum. So that's me for the rest of the week, guys. In the meantime, please, if you're watching this today, tomorrow, sometime in the week, whenever you watch the replay of this video, guys, please leave a like on the video. Please leave a like on the video. It helps me out massively. And if you haven't subscribed, leave a subscribe if you like this sort of thing. If you have subscribed already, make sure you share this with your friends. Tell them to come over and subscribe. Share it on your social media as well, guys. Share the videos out on your social media. I'd be much appreciated. Let me just finish on these comments. Can't say around too much. Brilliant show as always, mate. Thanks, John, my fellow. I'll definitely call in from Liverpool. Yes, John. Definitely, my man. Definitely. Look forward to it, John. So, guys, that's it from now. Thank you very much, guys. You guys have been excellent as always. Appreciate every single one of you. Much love to all of you guys. And if I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you Saturday for 2 watch-alongs. Peace out, guys. Much love. Thank you very much for tuning in.